Hi, welcome to Peiwen Wang. Today we have the young and talented clarinetist Andreas Ottensamer. Hi Andreas.
Hello.
So good to see you
Thank you
again.
for having me.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Taipei.
Thanks.
And what brings you here this time?
Well, as always, concerts, but I'm really happy to be back. It's already a couple of times that I have been here.
How many times have you been in Taipei?
Oh, good question. I think in Taiwan in total maybe 8 or 9 times, probably. Yeah. So love to come back.
A happy memory in Taipei?
Always,
Taiwan?
always good food,
Really?
nice people, good concerts. And this time I'm performing with the NTSO. The
What
national
piece are you going to bring us this time?
Weber Concerto,
Weber,
which is one of my
okay.
favorites actually, Concerto
Really?
number 1.
Okay.
And it's very exciting to play, and I think also really nice to listen to, I hope. And yeah, the concert is going to be on the 27th
Okay.
of March in Taipei in the National Concert Hall, and on the 28th in Taichung. So yeah, looking forward to that.
That's wonderful. I can't wait to hear Andrea perform.
Thank you.
And I'm just wondering, who is your biggest inspiration growing up?
That's well, of course. I mean, growing up, my father was a very big figure, not only on the instrument, but of course, him being also a clarinet player. When I was young, I heard the sound of this instrument always around
Before you
me.
could talk or
Yeah,
walk
for sure.
here
Yeah,
in the diapers.
before I even knew what it was. But I would like to think that, you know, everyday life itself is inspiring or influencing you as a person, and that's what you bring to the music, to your interpretation, is your personality in a way. So everything you do and everything from what you had for breakfast to I don't know, to a life-changing experience with someone is going to have somewhat of an influence on how you play, I think.
Wow, that is so nice.
It's very deep, huh?
And you know, when you were 10 years old, you actually picked the cello. Tell me about the story. Why would you choose it?
Yeah, well, I started with the piano actually when it was my first instrument, and then I added the cello. My mom was a cellist, so there was also very close.
I'm a cellist.
Great,
I'm the mother figure.
so it's a wonderful instrument. I think the sound is just beautiful, really dark and full, and has for me certain connections also to the clarinet sound. You know, it's the same range in a way, and it fits beautifully together. And yeah, so that was a very natural kind of pick between the cello and also the clarinet later.
Wow, and then you switched to the clarinet, and then you stick with the instrument.
Yeah, I think it's somehow what feels most natural to you. If you have 2 instruments to choose, then I would pick the one that is more that you can express yourself more naturally with.
So clarinets, you feel very close.
Yeah, it was very. The improvements were very rapid, and it was a lot of fun also, which is a important part, to play chamber music with the family, and so yeah, it was nice.
And at one point you were studying in Harvard, 2009. Will you tell us about the experience?
Yeah, well, you know, for me it was never only this one path that I would have to take with music, but I was open for other interests as well, and of course you're very dependent also on what the market situation is in a way, like you know, is there room for you in basically. I can only advise also the young musicians to really have that in mind to a certain extent as well, because I think if many just go ahead with trying to pursue a career without really having a look at what's their options, you know, and you're just as dependent on if there's room for you as in any other job, and so for me, I checked kind of, and you know, my brother had just gotten the job in the Vienna Philharmonic, so there was not a lot of options, and so I was happy to explore other parts, and that's why I chose to apply to university, which was then in the end Harvard. Yeah.
And it's amazing. I was reading your bio last night, and it says your second album, Brahms, have won the KLASSIK a work. Would you
Yes.
tell us about the recording?
Yeah, it's a great one. I mean, I love all the recordings because they all were, you know, big efforts and very personal in a way. But that one with the Brahms, the Hungarian connection, was a very special one because it tells kind of about my heritage somehow, being half Austrian, half Hungarian, and the connection also from Brahms to the Hungarian music, the experiences he made was very strong and very interesting for me to elaborate on, and so I think we found a really attractive and interesting way of putting that, and so I was actually very proud that kind of a chamber music recording got this prize because normally, you know, chamber music is not so easy to have people interested in but I think this one really kind of breaks the boundaries of that.
Wow, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And may I ask, who's your favorite composers?
I'm always bad with the favorite questions because, you know, if you say what's your favorite food, and then I'm always anxious if I say pizza, then I have to eat pizza for the rest of my life. Then it's not going to be my favorite anymore. So it's tough to say. But I feel very close to Brahms, actually, indeed. Also on my new album, there's pieces by Brahms, and I just always realize how close they are to me and how direct they speak to my heart when I play them.
Okay, wow, that's wonderful. At one point, one critic wrote, one instrument speaking 3 voices, and how beautiful is that? I want to ask Andrea, what is it like to share the same stage with your family, your father Ernest and your brother Daniel?
Yeah, I mean that's how I grew up. It was always this surrounding of music making, and I think that was one of the biggest reasons why both of us, my brother and me, chose to become musicians, because we had always this playfulness around it. It was not only practicing, but it was very often just meeting and making some, trying out some new pieces and making some house music, so to say, some chamber music, and that always had this fun factor to it, which is just great for a teenager, you know, to affiliate with music. So yeah, but then also it was just very natural because that's how we grew up.
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you in the near future again.
Yes, me too.
Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, great to come to the concert. Bye-bye.